Oh, snap. It's 7 o'clock. Oh, come on. This can't be happening. Come on. Oh, yeah. You know what time it is now, man? What up, though? It's the livest cloud radio show on the planet. Straight from the E-Block Radio. With your boy, the Hood Howard Stern Q Lewis, and my man Monk Money. You know what it is.
The livest cloud radio show on the planet. E-Block Radio.
Yo, you know what it is, man. The livest cloud radio show on the planet, man. Straight from the E-Block Radio, live on your dial every Thursday from 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's your boy, man, the Hood Howard Stern. Got my man Monk Money holding it down. What it do, boy?
Not much, though. You know how I do it, you know what I'm saying?
Right. It don't do nothing until we get on the air. You know exactly how it goes, bro.
We go.
What's been going down with you, though, man? It's been a long 7 days since we've been on the air, you know what I'm saying? 7 days in between time. But also, before you get into what you've been doing for these past 7 days, you got to remember it's Social Media Thursday. So if you got Instagram or Twitter, make sure you hit up the crew, all right? So hit up my man Real Monk Money, all right? That's Twitter and Instagram. And, of course, myself at Hood Howard Stern, all right? But, Mr. Monk Money, what's good with you? What's been going on for the past 7 days?
Oh, man, not too much time, dog. You know what I'm saying? Working, you know how I do, you know what I'm saying? Boys, stay together. Other than that, I went to the movie and saw Deadpool. And
was it good, dog?
Man, dog.
I want to see it, though. I think I do want to see it.
No, but you can't take your kids to see this one, bro. This ain't the one for the kids, man. This is a rated R movie.
For real, it's a Marvel movie, though, right?
Yeah, but it's rated R. Deadpool is a motherfucker, man.
Word. Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah, it had plenty of action. You know what I'm saying? It was just an all-around good movie to me. Like, all the Marvels that's coming out, bro, they all gonna connect. You know what I'm saying? At some point in time. Yeah.
They show some new previews of the new stuff.
Just like how the comic books is just basically going off the comic books. If you read comic books and you know the comic books, you know it's just basically a role. X-Men gonna tie in, Spider-Man gonna tie in, Batman, Superman gonna tie in, all of them.
That's what I'm waiting to see, though. I can't wait to see that. I want to see that Batman, Superman.
Yeah, it's basically made in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So that's another live thing about Batman.
Man, and how come I didn't even know that, though? Seriously?
Yeah, and Deadpool, though, he gave a shout out to Detroit too. Deadpool, bro, like it's crazy. Yeah.
Hell no, I didn't even know that though. And so they shot obviously they shot the Superman and Batman movie already. When did they shoot that shit though? I mean, obviously I must have been gone already, I guess, but I didn't have no idea.
I was working for a company, a restaurant, and they were feeding. We was basically feeding them.
Right.
I still doing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, it's about to be loud with the Marvel thing, though, dog. So I'm really amped about that, bro.
Oh, that's what's up. I had thought about going to see Deadpool too. I thought about it. I never got around to doing it while Coco J was out here though. But I did have a splendid, you know what I'm saying, week while she was out here though. So that's a whole another story. We'll get into that in a second when we get on to what I did, you know, this past 7 days.
Okay.
But anyway, what else been going on though? Other than Deadpool, which is funny, by the way, that you actually had a chance to see a movie. I can barely believe that.
Yeah, I had to go by myself, you know what I mean?
Oh, word.
I got off work a little early, shot down there to the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it was live though.
Okay.
What else did I do? I did go to my homeboy, man. I want to give a shout out to my homeboy, man, Clay, man. He's coming up, dog. Clarence Dubois, man. He's a boxer, bro. I went to go see him Saturday.
Okay.
And he whooped ass, you know what I mean? Like,
where was it at?
It was at Royal Oak Music Theater.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty live, bro. I mean, I lost my voice, so you know how live it was.
So he pretty good though?
Yeah, he knocked him out in the second round.
Damn, for real? Okay.
Yeah.
All
Second
right.
round, pounded on this dude. I forget the dude's name, but he pounded. He was from Nigeria.
Yeah, he gave him that work.
Yeah, he gave him the business.
Yeah, that's what's up, though. All right, man. I've never actually seen a boxing match in person.
I mean,
is that your first one, or?
For real, that was my first one. And
right. I see niggas fight all the time, but
yeah, you ain't never been to one in person.
I know no boxing, man. I see niggas fight all the time.
All the time. But
right.
actually professional.
Right, professional now. Let me see that in person.
right.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, that was my week. I actually had an eventful week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for a change, right? That's why I felt surprised. So you got to the show, went to go see a boxing match. Shit, you did pretty good this week.
Yeah, I did. I'm proud of myself. I can't say I was low proud like I had.
Well, how was Valentine's Day, bro?
I mean, I worked basically. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was probably one of the busiest days though while you playing.
They say what?
That was probably one of the busiest days, actually.
Yeah, they were not giving me off.
Right.
I mean, some holidays is basically chalked up, and I don't.
Right.
Valentine's Day is a Hallmark holiday for me anyway. Every day should be Valentine's Day.
Aww. Every day should be it should be Hallmark. It should be Valentine's Day. Aww. That's a very thoughtful way of thinking.
I mean,
I wish Valentine's Day was every day. If it was gonna be to my benefit, then Valentine's Day or no other day concerning relationships has ever been for the man. Even if that's an anniversary, even a marriage anniversary ain't for the dude. Like nothing. The wedding ain't for a dude. Ain't nothing for the dude. Like we just. You say what?
For the dudes, because they still try to put the mothers in there some way, somehow.
Right, you can't even get Father's Day, right? Right. You can't get nothing, dog. We just show up. Yeah.
That's
I feel you. All right, well, shit, for me, man, of course, like I said last week, Coco J was here, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to my baby. She's back in Michigan now, so I enjoyed her last week. I actually had a chance to sit in on the show last week because she was here then, and then we had a chance to do our show, which of course airs on Fridays at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But we were able to do that in the studio, you know, together this time, so we haven't done it in a while, so that was kind of cool. But then, you know, we did actually go to the show too while she was here. I went to go see Right Along too, which I know is old now. But I hadn't seen it yet, and I promised her that I would wait, so I waited, and then we went and saw that. So that was pretty funny. It was good, and I still think, like I said last week, I still believe that this was funnier than the first one. I mean, that's what I think.
Definitely.
Yeah, exactly. No question about it, right?
No question about it, brother. It was
exactly.
It was definitely more funny than the first. It was better than the first one too.
It was better and funny. Exactly. I know. That's what I tried to tell her, man. But you know, it was Valentine's Day, so I let her think that she was right.
Sometimes you got to do that, man.
Yeah, that's Valentine's Day and every day, actually, if you want to live. Now, also while she was here, though, of course, we enjoyed this beautiful Denver weather, which was in the 50s and 60s the whole time. And then, matter of fact, today it's 71 degrees today. So just to let you know. case you was wondering what the weather was like here. 71 degrees.
I really don't care, but okay.
Okay. I just wanted to let you know because you might have been curious, like what's going on in Colorado.
I was.
You wasn't? Okay, it's 71 degrees though. But anyways, so then we went to a place downtown Denver, and I want to say this right because it was a good place. I think it was either 5280 Burger Bar or 5820. I can't remember now.
5180. I saw it.
5180. Damn, you was there?
No, I saw you posted, bro.
Hey, but dog, the shit was good though. Like the food was good. And I don't even eat hot shit, but the buffalo wings, they was on point. And it was a good place. It was so good that we actually ended up going back a second time before she left. And I had I can't remember the name of this burger, dog, but it was a hamburger with bacon and pulled pork on top of it, dog. Yeah, I'm still trying to live that one down right now, but it was good though. Yeah, I'm still trying to live that one down because I think I'm still carrying it around with me.
I'm pretty sure you are, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of cow and pig on that sandwich, but it was good though. It was good.
That's just like bacon though. The pulled pork is just like bacon, basically.
Yeah, basically just extra bacon.
Right.
You know what? Thank you, though. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. You made me feel a little better about it. You made me feel a little better about it. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But for Valentine's Day, because I knew it was gonna be like real, like crazy crowded, we didn't like really go out or nothing. So that morning, of course, I cooked breakfast that morning, and then she cooked dinner that night. So that was kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? We exchanged gifts and glances in each other's eyes, shit like that. So shout out to my lady, Miss Coco J, man. Happy Valentine's Day and everything. We lived it already, but I had to share it with the world. So if you're out there listening, or hopefully, smiling, hopefully, depending on the time of day, hopefully you're smiling about me. Because you know how it is when you're a man in a relationship. Sometimes it's a smile, sometimes it's a frown, sometimes they hate your guts, man. It just be like that. That's just how it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's just how it goes, man.
That's just the world that we live in, dog, unfortunately. Yeah. But other than that, man, that was really about it, man. Like I said, I just enjoy her company, man. Enjoy going downtown Denver, kicking it with the Denver weather. Once again, it was 71 today. I'm just letting you know.
The Denver River.
I'm just letting you know. And you know what else I saw though while she was here, which is old too, and of course I don't get to the show a lot. So I seen Fast and Furious 7. I know that came out like 50 years ago, right? But that shit was good though. That shit was good. So we watched that too. That shit was good. I had never seen it, and then I even got maybe a little emotional at the end and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because, my man died and shit, they did a little tribute at the end. It was a little emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little emotional. Or it might have been the Hornitos tequila that we was drinking. I don't know. It could have been either one of those. Huh? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure what it was, but it was one of those. But anyway, yeah, great time. But enough about my week, man, because that was it. So I spent most of the time just trying to make sure that Miss Coco J was happy and enjoying her vacation, her short time away. But let's just jump into some stuff before we get into our actual topic. And don't forget, man, if you're on eblockradio.com or on Blog Talk Radio, you can hit us up 760-283-4647. We're not into the topic yet, but you can still call in and, hang out with us for a moment until we get to the topic. But what we got to talk about, which is a few things going on, but I know it's something we talked about before we got on air, and this is the situation with what's her last name? I know it's Tommy. What's her last name? I can't remember her last name.
It's Tony something.
Tommy. It's Tommy. Yeah, Tami. Yeah, Tommy. Yeah, Tommy. I can't remember her last name. And Charlamagne the God. I'm pretty sure even if you're not familiar with who Tommy is, because I certainly wasn't, and I'm still not familiar with who she is, to be honest with you. But I'm pretty sure that probably everybody had seen this on Facebook at some point, because this is how I found out about it. But anyway, basically what happens is if you're familiar with the Breakfast Club, that's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, and Charlamagne the God, Breakfast Club. Charlamagne does a donkey of the day every day. So like basically he just picks somebody who just being an asshole. Yeah, and he put him on blast. So what happened here is he put her on blast because some comments she had made about Beyonce's performance at the Super Bowl, talking about how she basically was promoting a terrorist group, which is what she referred to the Black Panthers as a terrorist group. So he had, gave her the donkey of the day or whatever, and then he tweeted it. So I guess she got offended by that. So she had a few words for him, and then actually had him call into the show. So the thing is, and I wish I'd have got the other information as far as the show that she has, because I've never even heard of her to this point. But her whole thing was she really believes, right? True to her heart, she really believes that it was a bad idea for Beyonce to represent the Black Panthers, because as she calls it basically a terrorist group. So of course Charlamagne came on to try to correct her and also tell her why he gave her donkey of the day. But the funny thing is that all of the facts and everything that he was giving her, she still was kind of set on her own opinion. And of course, it's your opinion, but it's tough when you spewing out opinions that aren't based in any fact,
Right.
So, I think that was the main problem. Now, and it's funny, and I use this. I won't say this just for white people though, all right, because it's black people like that too. But it seems like, especially for white people though, it seems like whenever you talk about civil rights and any kind of black empowerment, the go-to person is Martin Luther King. Right, and I understand that. And that's because everybody been beat over the head with Martin Luther King, and he got a day. He's non-violent and all this stuff, right? So it makes sense. So that was her go-to. She's like, well, if you're going to commemorate somebody, then you should do that with Martin Luther King or something, and not. And then she did too. She said not only Black Panthers, but Malcolm X too. Now, a lot of people, I guess, because it's Black History Month, and this is probably the only 29, sometimes 28 days that we even know about the history of Black people. What you gotta know about Malcolm X though is that he I won't say he promoted violence, but he wanted to make sure that anything that was done to us, basically, we could do back to other people, right? Right. So that's no different from your mama sending you to school and saying if somebody hit you, hit them back. This is no different from that. Yeah. But what people got to understand too, though, is that at the end of that moment, after he started kind of falling out with the Nation of Islam and then kind of finding his own spirituality, he actually started coming more in line with Martin Luther King. Yeah. So you can't even use that as an analogy because he had kind of changed his theory on things anyway at the end before he got killed.
Right.
And
that's the reason why he got killed.
Yeah, pretty much. But that's a whole other subject right there. But yeah, she was really going in, like she was really adamant about it. So
and my thing is with her, bro, she like really believed in what she was saying, and whatever how many points that Charlamagne threw at her, she still was just still stuck like this is what it is. I understand she's like 23, she don't know really too much or nothing about the struggle, you know what I mean? So she was just saying it's dead and we just need to leave that alone. No, how can you leave that alone? Come on now, this happened to our ancestors and this, we just can't leave that alone. And like he was saying, dog, the Black Panther was not bullying. They were talking to the police. They didn't just pick random white folks and beat up.
Right.
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
They, like you said, they was policing the police. And the thing is, she kept saying, like, basically leaving stuff in the past, right? And that's fine. I understand that. But this ain't got shit to do with the past. Like, motherfuckers getting shot and killed by the police right now. This ain't in the past. This is right now.
Right now.
This is happening live and direct right now. So for her to say that was just completely, I mean, for lack of a better word, just asinine. Like, I don't even know what other word to use for it. It's just completely asinine. And then the point that I could have got out of it, of course, is just looking at that serious divide, though. I mean, I know she's 23, which I mean, we're not much out of that age category. But when you're 23 and you white in America, you have a completely different view of what America is, and that shit just proved it, though. Like, that just proved it, and it's bad, because if that divide exists, how will functions, or I'm sorry, how will movements like the Black Lives Matter movement ever truly affect the bottom line when there's such a divide in people that really think like she do? When there's really a divide to where people actually support Donald Trump. Like, how do we fix a situation where people actually think like this?
Yes, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That shit is beyond crazy. Like, it's so beyond crazy I can't even fathom it. So what we gonna do is talk about something else. before we get way into that subject,
We get too deep into that.
Yeah, get too deep into that, because we always racial on the show anyway. We like some old country black men from down south somewhere. Like, all we do is talk about racism. But too bad that we're so engulfed into it that I don't think we really have a choice.
All right.
But on that note, man, all right, we go jump off into our for real topic. So enough about Tommy. Shout out to my man Charlamagne the God for putting her in check. And I'm sorry that she still don't really understand, or you know what? If she does really understand, she may just have, she may just be one of those people. Once you put it out there, you just stand behind it. And I can respect that too. If this is how she feels, then she stood behind that shit 100. I can't take nothing from it, but I can say that some of the shit she was saying was just bred out of pure ignorance. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But anyway, enough about that, man. Enough about racism in America, because you can step outside your front door and see that every day. You don't need us to talk about it. So, if you're on eblockradio.com right now or on Blog Talk Radio, don't forget you can give us a call, 760-283-4647, and hit that number one key, because we're getting ready to talk about our actual topic today. All right, so if you've been following us on Twitter or on Instagram or on Facebook, everywhere, you got to know what we're talking about tonight, though. We're talking about who has the most pressure in a relationship. Is it the man or the woman? And don't forget to stick around tonight after the show for our very special musical guest. I got Miss Kyla Ray, all the way from Colorado Springs. All right, so shout out to Kyla Ray. Actually, a couple of engineers that run the studio out here gave me her music, and wanted me to play it on the show. So I listened to it. I listened to some of her tracks on SoundCloud, and she's actually pretty good. So I wanted to give her a little shine on the show tonight. So shout out to Colorado Springs and Miss Kyla Ray, which we'll be hearing at the end of the show. But yeah, so we gonna jump right into the topic, though, man. I already know what our answer is, but just so we can share our answer with the people, man. Who you think in a relationship has the most pressure? And when I say the most pressure, I mean the most pressure to make it successful. The man or the woman? Money, what you say?
Come on, bro. You know what I say, bro. It's definitely us, bro. You know what I mean? Like, being a man, you gotta, provide, protect. You know what I mean? And all the woman gotta do is sit back and soak that up. You know what I mean? like for real. Like, not being, sexist, but that's how that's how it goes. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it's supposed to go. You know what I mean? Like, nowadays, some dudes like I got a homeboy, bro. Like he stay at home. He's a stay at home dad, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, he love it. You know what I'm saying? Like she went to school, she make all the money. Why not take care? I work here and there. You know what I'm saying? This and that, but I do everything else, and it works out for them. You know what I mean?
Works out for them. They got kids.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they got a new kid, you know, and it works out for him. You know, he just stay at home dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's really working out for him. You know what I mean? So, I mean, me personally, I couldn't do it. It sounds so great.
It sounds great to a certain extent, but then at the end of the day, you're not gonna know what to do with yourself.
Yes, bro. Like I collect unemployment for like a couple months, bro. I was pulling my hair out.
Right.
I was literally pulling my hair out. I have nothing to do. Calling everybody like, "Hey man, I'm at work, man. What's up?" Like everybody said I'm at work. What's up? Like, oh man, my bad, bro.
Right. Everybody at work.
Right. So I mean, I think though in a relationship, it should be everybody should give out 110%, and if both of y'all give 110%, it should be no discrepancy who got to do the most. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, you wouldn't even be looking at it like that. Like who got to do the most? Because you know what I'm saying, y'all giving 110%, y'all ain't even looking at no shit like that. You feel me? But I really think though the dude has a lot because he got to protect, he got to provide, he got to do all these things. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, a woman, you know, nowadays there's a lot of independent women. You know what I mean? And they holding it down. You know what I mean? Like and big ups to them holding it down. You know what I mean? But
right.
I mean, it's more pressure, especially being a black man in America. And I know we always talk about race and all this shit.
Right. You know we do.
Right. But I mean, for real, like it's not many opportunities out here for. I don't want to say it's not that many opportunities because it is. It depends on how you get it and how you go get it. You know how you go at it.
Yeah,
but it's really hard. It's really hard. You know what I mean? Like you got to be 200%. You know what I'm saying? To really succeed.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you're already fighting a downhill battle. You know what I mean? So you got to work extra hard. You know what I'm saying? Show you what you got. Like. And some dudes ain't really got to do that. You know what I mean? They just show up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they get the monies. You feel me?
Right. Now just to piggyback on what you said, we're going to shoot to the phone lines in just a moment. Don't forget, though, if you're on eblockradio.com or on Blog Talk Radio, you can hit us up, 760-283-4647, and hit that number 1 key. See, I got Miss Coco J on the line. So I may wait to see what you say first, and then I might have something to say. But too, I just want to piggyback on what you said. Even I feel like it's the most pressure on the man, whether you black or white. You know, probably more pressure as a black man because you got other things involved. But I think the pressure falls on the man, and it's not just about finances. It's about the relationship in general, because there's so many things that go into relationships that fall on the shoulders of the man. Now, I understand that there's a lot of women who, of course, women are the nurturers and the ones that, do the what's the word, I guess, maternal thing for a family. But at the end of the day, those things only work when the man is able to handle his side of the issue, which a lot of times when that falters, the whole family falters, and that's why there's so many single parents. Now, a woman is I think, man, it's just my opinion. Ladies, don't crucify me, but I'm just saying the women are strong individuals and have the most pressure when they're the head of the household. When you're in a union with another man, that pressure gets relieved from you, or at least in today's society, it's like you said, it's supposed to, it's supposed to be relieved from you. So with that being said, the pressure is always on us because at the end of the day, I mean, this is something that the ladies, you may agree or disagree, but you got to know that it's true. At the end of the day, man, it's like you don't even have a reference to a man in a relationship until something go wrong. Now, ladies, I know y'all don't want to admit to that. But this is because everything is on us. Like, you know what? You never really hear about how good a father is until you're not with him no more, or until you're saying how bad he is for not being there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just like you mentioned before, Father's Day, you know, when they making Hallmark cards for women, talking about for Father's Day. See what I'm saying? The pressure is on us, but you don't even get a mention until something goes wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I know we about to hear it now, so I'm gonna shoot to the phone lines. I got Coco J on here, man. You on live 313-459, straight from the E Block Radio. How's your boy?
What it do?
Hey, what up, though? What up, though?
I know I'm about to hear it.
No, you know what? Not really, because I don't feel like going into all of it like that. So I'm gonna take it easy on you.
Oh. Okay. All right.
But I'm just gonna say what I need to say, and that's it. Now when you say the prayer, is the pressure more on a man than a woman? I would say, as a man should do for his family, yes. As a protector, as a provider, yes. Most definitely, the pressure is on because you have a family that is looking at you because you're the provider, protector, and all of that. And at the same time, so I will give y'all that. But at the same time, a woman has pressure too. Now, probably not as much as a man, but a woman has pressure in the household too because she's the accountant. She's the nurturer, like you said. She's the nurse to her husband, to her kids, all of that. So it's like if the dog ain't barking, then your wife ain't happy. However the hell it go. You know what I'm saying? So I think
I don't know. Is that some old Negro spiritual saying you just brought up? What is that? If the dog ain't barking, what?
Yeah, your house. Yeah. It meaning if the dog ain't your household is unhappy even because your dog ain't barking. So you know when your life when the wife ain't happy, what is it? I don't know. You know what the hell I'm trying to say.
Happy wife, happy life.
I mean, I know that. Yeah,
but they also say about they also say something about the damn dog too.
Well, I ain't got no damn dog, so I don't know what it is.
It's a thing. But my point is the wife have something to do with holding the relationship together as well.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm not saying that she doesn't, but I'm just saying that the most pressure falls on the man because we are the pivotal part in a relationship. I'm not even talking about a marriage. I'm just talking about a relationship, period.
Well, she basically said it already. She just said it at the beginning when her whole conversation was, as being a provider, as being the head of the household, and people looking at him. Yes, she said we have the most
away from the man.
Exactly. Now, with that, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What's the question?
I would say with that being said, now see, this is my thing. All right, so we are in agreement on that. There's pressure on both sides. There's pressure on people, period, in relationships, whether those are business or romantic relationships. There's pressure on the people involved. So when I say the most pressure in a relationship is on the man, I say this only because if a woman realizes that, why does it seem like she works so hard to make it even worse? They wasn't ready for that. Yo, they wasn't ready for that one. So
to make what worse, though?
You tell me. To make the pressure worse.
To make what worse?
To make the
pressure worse?
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for other women. I can only speak for myself. Now, I still don't quite understand what you mean, make the pressure worse, but.
What I mean is, if the pressure is already on you, for example, I give you an example, like we just talked about the man protecting the woman and family. So you already know that pressure is there. So let's say something happens and your man doesn't react the way that you think he should as a protector, then what do you do next? You beat him down with that shit. and make
you
that pressure
communicate.
even
I'm
worse.
gonna go to my go-to. You communicate with your man. I'm just saying.
Communicating is one thing. How you communicate is another.
Yes.
And yes, that is correct. You are
That is
absolutely correct.
Because more women love to communicate. I just said this before, and I know, ladies, it's probably not popular, but more women love to communicate than ones that actually know how to communicate.
But is it when you're in a relationship, marriage or a relationship, isn't it to where both of you supposed to make one another better, right? Despite of whatever circumstances or situations y'all may run into while y'all together. So if it is a reaction that you didn't expect your spouse to react to, or how they reacted to, you tell them. And if you tell them in the nicest way you can. It may hurt their feelings. No, seriously, it may hurt their feelings, but in the end, it's making you better and don't even realize it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
I feel communicate.
Like you said,
communicate.
it's all about, and like you said, it's all about how you communicate, and I do agree. So
exactly, it's all about how the dog barking and the wife happy. Right? Whatever, I don't know.
If the dog is barking in the backyard, Google it.
Yeah, you know what? After you get on, I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna see what the hell you're talking about.
No,
ask
your grandma. Ask your great grandma or your grandma.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that's what I have to do, I think.
All right,
so. All
right,
Yeah, I know a lot of ladies don't want to hear that though. Hey, we gonna shoot back to the phone lines real quick though. Don't forget, if you're on eblockradio.com or on Blog Talk Radio, you can hit us up 760-283-4647. Hit that number one key. We want to know who has the most pressure in a relationship, the man or the woman. All right, we're shooting to the phone lines. I got 313-405. You're on live straight from the E Block. Holla at your boy.
What it do?
Hey.
What up,
Hi. This is Shayna. How y'all doing?
What's happening, Shane?
What up, though?
All right, so, hey, what? All right, so I just had a comment. I mean, basically on the question, to answer the question, I'm going to be real. I feel like the man does have more pressure in a relationship. And I did hear you say, you're not talking about a marriage, you're talking about just a relationship. Like, but to me, the relationship.
Either one. Relationship or marriage, either one.
Okay, I feel like in a relationship, when you're just dating, I mean, it's a certain amount of pressure. I think it may be on both sides, but I feel like it's not that deep. And the reason they get that deep is because people start having kids and things like that, start living together and all that. So you start taking on roles or things that married people do. In the marriage, I feel like
the relationship is the pregame for the marriage, though. So
yeah, it's the pregame, but I feel like it's more so that you're trying to figure each other out. I feel like it's more so that you're trying to figure each other out, because at any point you could just dip, like, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? You could dip. You're not good. You know, like, hey, we ain't married. Let's do something else. But I feel like in a marriage, it's your job, it's the female's job to make your man happy. It's the man's job to make your woman happy. And we get clouded in making ourselves happy in this narcissistic type thing, like where we just think about ourselves, well, you ain't doing this for me, you're not doing this for me, instead of focusing on making that other person happy. I do feel like the man got more pressure because, and I know it's not about black and white, but the black man especially, because he out here trying to do all types of stuff. But where the issue comes in at is when we feel like you're not trying to do too much, like you trying to go out all the time, or you trying to do this and another, and you trying to get away from these kids, but I can't get away from the kids. I got to stay here. That's when the problems happen. Like, I got to stay with the kids, and you get to go out, and you out here, you got Facebook posts and stuff, you get all your likes, and I'm out here,
I think everybody
changing diapers and stuff. So it get hard. I do think the pressure is on the man, though. But like I heard you say something earlier that why, with knowing that you got all this pressure on the man, why he works so hard to make it worse for you.
Yeah.
You don't work too hard to make it worse. You work too hard. Like I don't see where hard at. I mean, I see where the basic hard at, but you're not making it. If you're making it worse, it's because you're not listening. It's because it's a problem somewhere that you ignoring because it is hard. It's because it's hard. It's not like you making me not. I'm married now, finally. But my husband, it was a point in time. Finally, but it's a point in time where my husband, you know, we was still in a dating mode, but it was for a long time, and he didn't start out like we had 2 kids already, but he didn't start out like, hey, getting on my nerves. But eventually, you know, when kids come into the picture or other, you know, factors or whatever, you start living together and things change, and you start looking at it like, hey, he's still out here working hard and everything, but I'm working too.
Right.
You know, I think a woman, I know you said it's women are too independent, or maybe you didn't say too, but women are independent out here. But yeah, we independent, but I don't know how many women anyway who think how I think wanna be out here working as hard as they is. They doing it because they have to. Because he started slacking. He was slacking on what he was doing. He was, you know, it could be like the kids getting to you or whatever, change, and maybe y'all don't take change well or whatever it is. But it's like, how much is acceptable for you to be out here doing whatever, and I'm supposed to just be quiet the whole time? Because that's what's making it worse, is that you got the woman nagging at you. But you can't help but nag if you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. But that's the thing, though. As much as y'all want to communicate, as much as, of course, we definitely want to communicate with y'all, we do want y'all to shut the fuck up sometimes. Sometimes we've already addressed the problem. I know what the problem is. Don't keep saying that shit. Did you change the problem? Did you change it? Did you fix it? We're working on it.
Exactly. Exactly. If I agree on a conversation with you, we having a conversation, and I tell you, I agree with you, you ain't got to bring it up fucking 5 minutes later, because I just said I agree with you. Like, why you keep bringing it up? Why you saying it over and over again?
Y'all trying to act like it was 5 minutes later. Y'all know it was 5 days later. Ain't nobody do nothing.
5 months later.
We ain't got the lie, Craig. Like, it be the same thing. You working on it still. Right, you still working on it. We supposed to just not say nothing at all. It's hard. It's growing pains.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just growing pains. But all in all, with everything set aside, I do feel like the man has more pressure. He got pressure trying to work, trying to do everything he can for his family, and then you got the woman who he's supposed to be making happy, and when she's not happy, it's a problem. So you got that on top. Yes, you got the kids. You got, you know, everything in society at that. And I think women forget that even though a man is a man and he the head of the household and everything like that, and he's strong, he got emotions too, and you got to be there. You know, it's a lot of things that's going on. And we just got to sometimes turn the cheek. But, I mean, I'm still going to defend us. Sometimes we got to get in that ass right quick. You got to get in that ass.
You got to.
Yeah, well, that was my comment.
All right, well, thanks for the call, man.
Thank you, Shane.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so we had two estrogens agree with us. Can you believe that? I still don't know what the fuck the dog was doing barking in the backyard. I'm Googling it though.
I don't know what that is, but I'm just excited that, you know, some women really see that. And she made a great point when she said, when you got society on your back and you got all this shit on your back and you come home, you know, you being tough, all rough, all through that. Sometimes you want to boom and cuddle, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you want to do that shit. But when you try to do it and you get pushed away, that's when the issues start coming in, you know what I'm saying? And that's when the niggas start, you know, going out the back door in that ass.
Out the back door. Well, I live in an apartment, so I can't even out the window.
Yeah, out the window. And I just imagine your ass climbing out the window.
If it's a first floor apartment, I'm good. Hey, man, so Hey, look, man. So it look like we done came to a conclusion. So just to wrap it up, though, we're gonna go around one last time, man. So of course we know what the answer is, but we're gonna ask you again at the end here just to wrap it up, man. Who has the most pressure in a relationship, the man or the woman?
Dudes, for sure, man. I mean, it's just obvious, you know what I mean? And I think like Shayna said, you know what I mean, you need to support that. I think like a woman should be a man's backbone. I don't think either one of us should have any fucking support because any pressure, because you should, when I come home, you should relieve all the pressure I had off the world off my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? And I really honestly believe in that, you know what I mean? And if you do that, you know what I'm saying, I give you whatever the hell all my shit.
All your shit.
Everything. Everything is in your name. You feel me?
I feel you. Yeah, so definitely, yeah, I agree, man. I think the pressure is squarely on the man. Of course, women have their own pressures that they have to deal with. I just think that, you know, I think that we are and should be, you know what I'm saying? Let me make sure I stress that, you know, just so the women listening don't get the wrong idea. We are and we should be the main focal point, not focal point, but the main thing that keeps everything together in a relationship, because that's what we're supposed to do. So don't get me wrong. I mean, I know what we signed up for when you come out the womb with a dick. You signed up for it. This is what happens. Yeah. When you came out with nuts, this is what happens. So we signed up for it. But we just want y'all to help us out a little bit and relieve some of the pressure. I know all of us never gonna get relieved, but just relieve some of it. So what we gonna do from this point forward is we go, try to make the dog bark in the backyard, whatever the fuck that mean. I don't know what that shit.
Something she said, wife.
Right. On that note, man, we gonna get up out of here, dog. I want to thank everybody who checked us out today on eblockradio.com. Everybody that called in today and commented. For sure, man. Appreciate y'all for sure. And don't forget, you can always catch the replays on www.eblockradio.com, man. We about to be up out of here. And as always, man, rest in peace to my dude, Buns. And you know what? Real quick, I just had to say this. Coco J asked me something the other day I really hadn't thought about. She asked me how come I always say rest in peace to Buns, and like nobody else. And you know what? I don't know. And I told her, it started because 2G's was on the show with us, and we just started saying it, and then I just say it at the end of every show. Yeah. But you know what? With that in mind, though, for real, man, rest in peace to everybody that we've lost along the way, dog. You know what I'm saying? I can't get to y'all individually, but rest in peace to everybody that we lost along the way. You know what I'm saying? Because she did mention that, and she's right about that. There's so many people that I could be, saying RIP to at the end, because there's people who have passed on since then. You know what I'm saying? So, All right, but on that note, man, we're going to end on a good note. So, on that note, we up out here, dog. It's your boy, man, the Hood Howard Stern, Q Lewis.
That do my money.
All right, we're about to shout it out to Colorado Springs, man. Kyler Ray on the track. Life is the price, man. We up out here, man. E-Block Radio.
Deuces.
Tried to offer me the world once upon a time, but I told them it's alright, I'll just make my own. Once I noticed everything was just not as it seemed, I told them you can't put a price on all these dreams. So every rack I get, I'ma stack it, and every track I get, I'ma kill it. And I don't know when my time is up, so I keep it as real as I can. This been who I am since I was just a shorty running round, making noise all through my neighborhood. I knew I was never to be average. Yeah. Don't blink, you might miss out. Ain't nobody taking what I work my ass off for. Oh, I'm in here, baby, now. First thing I had to learn was not to be lazy with my shit. Give it 100 every chance that you get to kill it. Never worry about if people out here gonna feel it. You gon' get respect one day, cause baby you deserve it. Proving that you're worth it. Different than these others, you be on that never heard shit. That smooth spoken word shit. Grew up a little strange, so I've never taken no shit. So authentic, yeah, I could make them club hits, but I'd much rather just take the time to speak what's on my mind. Keep it real with y'all, even if I cross the line. Wayne told me cross it with pride. I knew I was never to be average. Dream killers gon' rise, but so am I. Ain't nobody taking what I gave my life up for. Oh, I'm in here, baby, now, and I'm gonna be here forever. Ay. And they can't say, no, they can't say I never paid. I gave up everything. The price for this is everything. I gave up everything. I've had to give up so much. I gave up everything. Yeah, yeah. 'Cause life is a price. Life is a price if you're doing this right. Sometimes you gotta fall just to stand tall. You gotta give it all. Let them talk about you, let them say you never had it in you. Go ahead, let them doubt you. Turn around and pack up every venue. Chill in your success and rest easy, knowing it will continue. Ain't nobody taking